Okay. Okay, did y'all hear that?
Yes.
Yep.
Progress, give your best smiles. Okay, so Trunk or Treat 2021 is going to be on Saturday, October 30th. Okay. It will be from 5 to 7 p.m.
Are you joining the meeting?
Okay, is someone joining?
Chester joined.
Oh, Chester joined, okay. We are going to, just like last year, I'm gonna have you put your cars in the parking lot, starting on the south side. And there's kind of like the entrance, you know, comes in, and then the parking lot goes to the fence line and over. So you're gonna start at that indent, not where it's like the entry of the parking lot. And then space, put two car spaces between each car. Okay, so there's plenty of space for big vehicles that are coming up and stopping, and plenty of space for distancing, mitigation type stuff, okay? And what I'd like to see you do, and we did this last year, I think everybody was able to manage. If you're in the parking lot by 4:30 and your cars are somewhat, you started your decorating already, whenever you're set up, I'm gonna block the south entrance. You'll have to come in the north entrance and drive around, because the south entrance will be blocked off before 4:30. And then you can set up and then go inside and wash your hands or sanitize at your car. So after you've set up and before we get started, take a minute to go wash your hands and or sanitize at your trunk. All right, and we should be then good to go. All right. We did not require, did we require masks last year? I could not remember. I don't think they were required. We're outside, but I do want you to be mindful of how close you're getting to the vehicle and the person that you're passing treats to, okay? So just be mindful. What's gonna happen, if you remember, the cars drive up, when they get to the entrance, there will be a person posted that will write on a Post-it note how many treats are needed for that vehicle. Say there's 3 kids in the car, they'll write a 3 on a sticky note, stick it to the windshield, and then when they come to you, you just look at that and know, I need 3 sets of treats or 3 baggies or whatever you're giving. So then you pass those to the person in the passenger seat of the car. Okay, if there's nobody there, you might be throwing them into the front seat and they'll be responsible for distributing them on their own. Okay, and if there's somebody sitting there, that's when you want to be mindful of how close you are getting. If you feel like you need to put a mask on, go for it. If you don't feel like you need to, that's up to you. If the people in the cars are wearing masks, then I would suggest that you maybe take a quick second and put a mask on. The line moves well, it moves good, but it moves slow. So you have time if you want to keep it in a sweatshirt or a jacket pocket, because none of us know how cold it's going to be. And if you feel like it's appropriate to put it on, then you can put it on. All right. Let's see here. It will happen. Drive-through will happen, rain or shine. I think I've said this before, we'll be the only ones to get wet because people are in their cars. So bring an umbrella, bring a big umbrella if you need one. Or bring 2 if there's a couple of you standing at the car. And that way you will stay dry. All right. We'll have, Penny, can I ask you, do we have gloves if people want gloves?
Yes, we do.
So we have gloves available if you want them. And And then, like I said, just go in and wash your hands, okay? After this meeting, at some point tonight, it's not up there just yet, there will be a card on crosswindchicago.life for you to sign up to participate. And that will be very helpful for me. So if I know if you're gonna have a trunk, or if you'd rather not have a trunk and just be in the parking lot helping, or if you're just gonna make a donation, finances to help buy treats, those options on the card on crosswindchicago.life to sign up, and I'll and that will happen sometime tonight after the meeting. That will be there. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to suggest that you package your treats. So last year, I think Terry was the only one who kept track of the numbers. Except for I had these little pumpkin tracks, and I know how many we ordered, and I know we have 100 left. And so my estimate is that there were at least 250 children. No, 250 cars.
Cars.
250 cars.
Because I counted 500 children that I gave to.
Yes, so
God,
Terry had 500 kids. So this is what happens. If I buy a bag of candy and it's got a bunch of fun sizes in it, I think I'm gonna give one per kid. And if they were walking through, I might pull that off. But when they look me in the face, I always wanna be more generous than I was when I bought the candy.
Right.
So just know that, I don't know, you got to know yourself. I know I want to be more generous when I see them. If I think, oh, I'm going to give them a couple, I end up giving them a handful. So I suggest packaging your treats in little snack bags or Halloween bags, whatever you decide to do. But I would plan on that 500 mark. We have really no idea because people don't have to register or sign up to come. I put an event on Facebook. I haven't been on there to check today. I know there were people interested. I'm kind of gonna bring it up on my phone here real quick and just see if I can find anything out. I don't know how to do that on my phone. How about that? Here we go. But I would try for that 500 mark. The good thing about it is that Halloween is on Sunday, and if you have leftovers, you can pass them out at your house for your trick-or-treaters if you have them. Okay, let me see here. We got any people on this thing saying that they're coming? Right now, 3 going, 2 interested. I don't know who they are. That's good. If I don't know them and it's been shared. So I will ask you to do this. If you go on to Crosswinds Kids Chicago Facebook page, you can either like that page and then you can share the event. That would be helpful in getting the word out. The middle school is having Oak Lawn Hometown Middle School is having a drive-through event for the school families. And we made a donation to their drive-through, which allowed us to put a flyer into their family bags. 600 flyers are going out on the Saturday before our event. So hopefully that will bring some in, because I'm saying hopefully we have a lot because we're sharing the gospel. And so we really want to make sure that the gospel gets out into our community in this really fun way. All right. I'm going to also ask that you not do homemade treats. I know sometimes that might seem easier, but with COVID and restrictions, that kind of stuff, it's just better if the treats are already pre-packaged. Please be aware that there will be children who might not be able to have everything. They may have some allergies or something. So you can be prepared for that if you want to have something for the kids that have allergies. All right, let's see. And if you want, go ahead, use that chat and ask your questions there. I know I'm going fast. If you're donating treats, I would like to see them donated. I sent out an email saying that we were going to pack treats on the 24th. and that's not gonna work. So some people are already donating candy and other treats. And so I'm gonna have to have a packing party to prepare those things that they can be passed out. But the 24th is not gonna work because that is a day that I think is gonna have something else on it. And so I will have to email everybody a different day for when that will happen. But I don't know that date just yet. I just realized today that that's just not gonna work. So I'm gonna have to look at a different day and you'll all get the email for that. Okay, but if you could make your donations, if you're not gonna be able to host a trunk and you wanna make a donation, then I'm gonna say to donate your treats by, let me pull up a calendar. I mean, the easiest thing is Sundays. That's why I said the 24th. So I'm gonna say the week of the 17th. And somebody is usually at church in the mornings every day but Tuesday. So either the 17th, which is next Sunday, or the week of the 17th, leading up to.
If people, I mean, I'm home during most days.
Okay,
If people want to just randomly drop stuff off at our back door, you
Okay.
know, at whatever time is convenient, we can take it
Okay.
over to the church.
thank you.
That's not a big deal.
Okay, so there's that. You can drop it at Dre and Siobhan's back door, mark it trunk or treat donation or
Yeah.
something so that they'll know.
So I don't eat it. That's right.
She doesn't need it. Okay, let's see. For trunks, I would say to please decorate your trunk since there's really no other way to have any excitement to the event. I was trying to figure out a way to have some excitement added to the event and I just haven't figured it out yet. So we have to do it with our trunks. I will ask if you want to wear a costume, that's great. Please don't wear a full face mask. But you know, decorating your glasses or whatever, that's fine. We just want people, I mean, I know masks would be kind of cool because then, but full face masks can sometimes scare the kids. So, and then what I'd like you to do, just like last year, is so the drive-through, which I was amazed. I put 6 to 8. We did it from 6 to 8 last year. And I still saw this huge line of cars at like 7:30, and I was thinking this is not ending by 8 o'clock. But by 8 o'clock, all the cars were done.
It was all gone.
It was
all
gone.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, they're gone. So I kind of expect the same thing to happen. But your children, if you come with children, your children have to stay with you. So I'm hoping that if everybody could just stay at 7 o'clock and then let our Crosswinds kids walk through, and any teens that have helped, they can always, you know, trick or treat or whatever. It will just be extended maybe another, you know, 15, 20 minutes for them to run around the parking lot. But please don't move your vehicles until I know we're cleared out of cars and, you know, of kids. All right. We want to make sure we're not having a tragedy on the day of our event.
Jill?
Yes.
2 comments. One is that the church on 111 over here by us
Yeah.
is having their trunks and treats the same day, but there's an overlap of time. Theirs is from 6 to 8.
Okay.
So my guess is that we will either get a lot of people early who will then be heading over there, or a lot of people late that will have been coming from there.
Okay.
And then my other comment was the Post-its that the number of children
Yeah, they fall off.
is written on.
Yeah.
It has to be written like in a black Sharpie, really big, because you could not see it on the window. I know it's going to be light this time, but that didn't work real well for us last year.
Okay.
We couldn't read most of them.
So really a thick marker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
And are we going to have something if there is a kid with allergies, or?
Well,
gonna be-
so you can pray. Right now I have a shipment coming from China of some, you know, I don't know if you know this, you know, the poppets that are real cool with the kids right
Mhm.
now, those poppet toys. So
Okay.
I have it's a triangle. It's got 3 poppet And it's a key ring, or not, it's not a key ring. It's got a, what are those things called? Those carbonara things or whatever.
Oh,
So they can hook them on their
Carabiner clip.
backpacks or whatever. So
Mhm.
Carabiner,
these things.
right,
the carabiner.
Yeah, this thing.
Yeah, yeah.
right.
Yes.
So it has a little one of these, and then the poppet is a triangle and it's got 3 circles.
Cool. The kids will love it.
I'm just hoping that they get here. So if we could pray them here from China, that they wouldn't get stuck in customs somewhere or on the ocean somewhere. I don't know how this is
Yeah.
working, but I was hoping you had been here a long time ago. So
Yeah.
let's just pray for that. And some of the treat bags, I mean, if I know one of the treat bags, if you buy anything from Tootsie Roll, they are not processed in a plant with peanuts. But a lot of times the Tootsie Roll treats are in a bag with maybe 300 pieces, but some of them are little. And so that's why I suggest packaging up a treat that maybe has a box of dots and two chewies, or a long Tootsie Roll and a chewy or something. Because I know when a kid looks you in the face, you're going to feel like grabbing a handful and you'll run out. It's just the way it is. But I do know that Tootsie Roll, those are the treats, because we have a family that's got a peanut allergy. So I know that those are safe. Sixlets are safe if you wanted to definitely buy something that's peanut free. Any of the sixlets, which are at the dollar store, for sure. I don't know where else they are, but they're not necessarily the most cost effective, but they are not processed in a plant with peanuts. Okay, so that's really on you. I do have some laminated teal pumpkins. If you just, oh, and I do have some other things. I got some pencils. I don't know who donated these. Practice fire safety every day, Oaklawn Fire Department. I have a bunch of pencils. This will be part of our packing party where we'll put together some sets. Somebody else donated some crayons and some Bible story cards. I don't know how we'll use all these things, but I'm trying to see here what I got. Oh, wow, that's kind of cool. That looks like a shoebox gift. I've got some things that if somebody is in a car and they say, hey, I got a kid with allergies, we've got some things we can grab. Okay.
I was thinking more in terms of a sign. Could there be a sign for the car next to the number of children if there is any child that,
Oh,
you know,
a Post-it with that on it?
right, like it may be a different color Post-it or something?
Or like a star or an A for allergies or something like that.
Yeah,
Like 3A or 3+.
Yeah, 3A, 3+, something like that.
okay. All right. Yeah, we can talk about that when I figure that out. Okay. And then I know there's, well, I mean, I have a couple teal pumpkins. If you wanted to only do things that are allergy free and you want to post a teal pumpkin, that's usually where the kids know it's safe to go. That they're not, there's no allergies in there. Okay, so your children are going to stay with you. They can go afterwards. The pumpkin tracks, we're going to redo those pumpkin tracks. They'll be passed at the last car with a thank you for coming and all of our church information. And I still have to plan a packing party for these other treats and candies that have been donated. So I'll have to let you know when that's going to be. I may just change it to next Sunday. Yeah, we could, if anybody's available next Sunday, that Sunday works for me. I'll email it out. I'll email this week because I gotta
Is that
start.
the 18th?
The 17th,
Sunday's the 17th?
Sunday is
Yep.
the 17th. Yeah. And it won't take very long if we have a lot of hands. Okay.
But it will probably be after church, not later in the day.
It could be either one. I mean, there's if it's right after church, that runs into people's lunches and then I get yelled at.
Okay,
So-
well, I work. That's why I was gonna say, if you have it later,
Oh.
I can come, but not earlier.
Yeah, I was actually thinking like during the time of youth group, which is 4 to 6. And but we could come up and I know then the building's open and people can get in wherever. We can just meet in the kids' church area and get it done. if that works for people. Does that work for anybody? Or is that, I know it wouldn't work for Siobhan, but
Probably.
Mhm.
yeah, it's early enough that it's not, doesn't make a late night, because I think we can get it done pretty quickly.
Yep.
All right, I don't see any questions in the chat. I will go ahead and open it up for questions. Amy, were you having trouble or can you hear?
Yeah, my internet keeps going in and out. I was trying to find, there was an email, I think the Beverly Arts Alliance is doing a trick or treat thing on the 30th, but it's before hours. So
Yeah.
that may draw people to us as well.
Yeah, there's another one too. I think it's the, there's a church up on 54th Avenue or something. It's over by, it's north of 95th Street. I think theirs is from 1 to 3. So I think that day that there's gonna be a lot of stuff going on. So we'll see. We can only do our best to try to plan and be prepared and have fun while we do it.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, are there any questions? I know I went through that stuff really fast.
Mm-mm. Um,
So we'll be in the parking lot by 4:30, get our stuff set up. You can come earlier than that. I'll probably be up here between 3:30 and 4. You can come as early as you need to get your trunk set up in the parking lot. And then once I get here, I'll open the doors, and when you're ready, you can go wash your hands or you can sanitize at your car. And I was kind of hoping for maybe a little bit more daylight. And so we'll see what happens. Maybe it won't be so cold because last year it was pretty cold.
I don't have any questions because you answered mine about the amount of candy. But I was
Okay.
wondering, you said, what else could we do? And I said, what if we played music? Or
Yeah.
we strung
Great.
lights somehow around the building or the fence, just to make it more maybe fun.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Does the church doesn't have like those big lights that like they have at nightclubs and stuff that shine into the air? You know what I mean? Does the church have any kind of light where we could sit them outside and draw some attention?
Like
Not that I know
strobe
of.
lights?
There you go. Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I borrowed a
think
strip
that
light
that-
years ago, but I don't remember who I borrowed it from.
I know Dre had some for music. I'll have to dig them out and see where they are, if they still exist.
Siobhan, did you mean like those lights like the car dealerships and use that go up in the air and flash so people know where your event is, that kind of thing?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Right. They sit on the ground and they like shine up to the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought we couldn't.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. They make actually a beam of light that goes up. Yeah, I don't think the church does. No.
Oh.
I was thinking more like, you know, not quite Christmas lights, but people put up like purples and oranges. Just a suggestion.
Yeah.
Not that we have to, but I just thought it might be, you said maybe do something different, but
Sometimes in their trunk, they put them. I've put them in the trunk before, the little
I
lantern.
put lights around my trunk,
Mhm.
but I haven't put anything like between cars or anything. We've played music from our trunk, from our car, Monster Mash, and different Halloween songs for kids. Feel free to do that. Make them lighthearted and clean. I guess I have to say that for. But yeah, just that's fun stuff.
Is there going to be a banner?
Yeah, the banner's on its way. I ordered it late. I actually had a problem with the website from the company, and I got out. I was like, this looks fishy to me. I don't think this is right, and I don't want to end up paying for it twice. And so I got out and said I was going to do it the next day, and then life happened, and a week later I went, I didn't order the banner. And so I ordered it last week, and it should be here probably Monday or Tuesday. So I'm hoping to get that up this week. There will be a
Cool.
delay is on me, my brain, I forgot.
So now, Jill, I just have one question. If, you said the teens and any of our children can trunk or treat after,
Mhm.
when I asked my family about coming, they wondered, can they come through and walk? And I said, I don't know about that and not stay in their cars.
No.
If they come between 5 and 7, no, it's a drive-through event.
Okay,
We had a family walk up to the church from the neighborhood last year because they didn't know it was a drive-through. And even though, it's on the banner, it says drive-through, but they walked up to the church. So I interrupted traffic and I let them go through. But for people coming outside of the church and they're not walking up to the church,
okay, you answered it. Thank you.
it's too many cars.
That's fine.
Yeah, there's too many cars. So if they come, they'd have to be coming in the out. Yeah, I don't think it'll work.
No, that's
Yeah,
fine. You
they would
answered
come
it. Thank
in their
you.
car. Yeah,
Jill, if we have a lot of cars in their space, that's great. If we have a little bit fewer cars, can we scoot them toward the north so that we can get more cars off the street? The cars were coming off the street. We were having them come in 2 rows and then taking one and then the other. We're trying to get people off of Pulaski.
yeah,
So I almost wonder if we could load from the north side toward the south side so that there's as much, there's no point in having a lot of extra space on the north side after they're done. But there
Right.
is a point in having as much as possible on the south side to get them off the street.
yes, I agree.
That's a good idea.
We can try it this year. That's not a problem. The
Now,
thing
if
is
we
this,
get,
the
if we
parking
get a lot of
spaces-
cars and we're all filled, then that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only thing is this, if you come in on the north side and you're gonna park on the north side, you've gotta be directed. Because the parking spaces on the north side are at an angle and your car needs to be
Yeah.
straight, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you want enough space between, so,
Well, you'll have to see how many cars sign up. And if there's a ton of them, then we'll do it.
Right.
Yeah.
right, yeah, and I'm gonna say this again, I know last year we had a traffic jam, we're probably gonna have a traffic jam again.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
just is
we will.
helpful if there's enough room that 2 lines can come in off the street, just to get them off the road.
Yeah,
There's only really room there for 2 or 3 cars doing that. And so I just don't
Yeah,
want
but
people to feel
if
that,
there are double rows that go a little bit farther into our parking lot before they start, that gets maybe a
Yeah.
couple more cars off the road.
yes. But if they don't, if we have the same amount of cars and we filled pretty much the parking
Yeah,
lot,
pretty much filled it.
yeah,
Yeah.
don't feel the pressure to get them off the road. We talked with Matt O'Shea, he's totally fine with it. And only one
It's
person
just-
complained.
The customers they get very nervous and yeah.
They do. But they also do the same thing when he has an event here. So they
Mhm.
kind of know it.
Yeah.
And Matt is totally aware of it. And he said, you know what, if they want to get out of the line, they can get out of the line. So don't worry about the traffic jam. It's gonna be there. He has them every time he has a shredding event. People are coming in here or he gives away masks or whatever. He jams up Pulaski. So I think now that people have done it, they're gonna know. And I think a whole lot of people are gonna not come down Pulaski from the north
To make a left turn.
to make a left turn. They will
Yeah.
know they gotta go down to 111.
Yeah, that's what's really hard, the left turn
That-
people.
That's the tricky
Yeah.
part. And I know that I went along the cars on the sidewalk on Pulaski and I specifically asked them to zipper, please let the cars turning
Yeah.
left, just zipper it. We're parents. We know how to do this in the school line. Let's
Mhm.
do it. And they were very cooperative.
Mhm.
So hopefully that'll only take a couple times to do that, asking people to zipper and then it'll work.
Mhm.
Okay, and you did a fantastic job, Penny, by the way. Getting them in. I appreciate it. It was amazing. And for our first time last year was great. And I think it'll be the same. I think it'll be the same this year. We may have a smaller crowd because parents, if their kids are crying by 3:00 when they get out of somebody else's event, they may say, forget it, we're not going out. But we'll see. We will see.
Yeah.
All right, any other questions?
Mm-mm.
No, okay. So I will post on crosswindchicago.life. I'll put up the sign up card sometime tonight, and then you can sign up and let me know how you want to participate. and we'll keep an eye on the weather, to dress appropriately, pray off the rain. I know God has to interrupt the whole weather pattern for our
Right.
little corner of the world, but I appreciate it when it does. And
Yeah, God.
yeah,
Yeah.
we've only had 1 year where we had to move inside. Out of, this will be year 12, I believe.
Right, so that's a good record.
That's a really good record that we've only had to move inside, yeah, one time, which was actually fun.
Really fun.
It really was fun. Okay, thanks for coming, and if you don't have any other questions, I'm looking for raised hands if anybody's got it. Oh, look at that, my light just turned off. You gotta wave it. I must have sat still for a while. All right, anything else? Thanks so much. I appreciate all of your involvement, and we'll just keep praying for a good event. All right?
Yes,
Bye, guys.
Stop
Amen.
it.
thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Nice seeing you all.
Bye.
Bye.